Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back again with another video, this time from inside my truck. I'm sitting here, I just got done eating some breakfast. I'm getting ready to participate in a grip lifting competition that I've been preparing for since, middle of March or so. And really started training around then and dialing in the diet. I have to make weight for the competition. I compete in the 174 or 70 kilogram weight class. So I had to cut some weight, around 10 pounds or so, to get there. So really started focusing in on making that all happen middle of March, and today's the day. So super excited. I made weight this morning and just had a nice breakfast, and now just relaxing on a little bit before everything gets started. But I want to record this video because it's not like the past few months here in preparation for the competition have gone smoothly. And I just wanted to kind of relay my personal experience prepping for the competition to you all. And one of the things that I talk about is that whenever we try to change things for the better in our lives from a health perspective, whether you're starting to go to the gym or you're trying to lose weight or whatever it might be, improve your sleep, this stuff is generally obviously good for you to do, but it's also a stress on you, right? Like mentally making these changes can be hard. And physically on your body, sometimes it's taking a toll too, especially we're talking about exercising when you haven't been exercising, or if you're trying to eat in a caloric deficit in order to lose weight. These things put stress on the body. And most of us live a pretty stressful lives already. I'm not immune from that by any means. And it's something I thought a lot about over the past few months because, frankly, pretty much from when I started prepping till now, life stress has been quite high, higher than I was ever anticipating it to be when I decided to do the competition, signed up for the competition. And it's not anything terrible. It's mostly a side effect of work. We've had some changes in the business and whatnot where I work, and a lot of shifts in direction and what we were anticipating doing and stuff like that have occurred over the past few months. And so it's been pretty stressful, right? There's a lot of pressure for me at work to get this stuff done. And so much so that honestly, if I had known the life stresses back in March, that I probably wouldn't have decided to do this competition because the necessary diet stress to make weight, and then also the training load, all that fun stuff. And combined with all the work stress, a lot, honestly. There have been times in the past few weeks where I've considered throwing in the towel as far as the competition is concerned, because it was just a lot to deal with, all of it together. And I couldn't really put the focus that I really wanted to put on my training and the additional focus on making sure my diet was dialed in, being in a caloric deficit, all that fun stuff. I was just adding a lot to my plate, and I'm not making any money. I'm doing these competitions for fun. I enjoy them. I like competing. I like challenging myself, but it's not a requirement for me to do them, right? They will be there. There's another competition later this year. They'll be there next year, all that fun stuff. And so when I look at what I need to get done from a responsibility perspective, obviously I have my own health and my family and then work and stuff like that. And I wanted to put that stuff first I will always advocate to put that stuff first rather than the competition. But I ended up sticking with it. I didn't throw in the towel. I just said, hey, if it doesn't work out, I don't make weight, or my training, my performance isn't as good, it is what it is, right? I'm not only there for myself. It's not a big deal if I don't do exactly what I want, but I'm still going to show up on the day and just do my best. And so here I am. But this is the closest outside of actually injuring myself prior to a competition. This is the closest I've ever come to throwing in a towel and saying it's not worth doing this right now, because there's just a lot of other stuff going on that I need to prioritize. in my health, and like, this competition just wasn't worth it. Ultimately, I didn't get there, but I was pretty close to doing it at a certain point. And that's something that I just want to relay to people, that our health goals are important, right? And improving our health is important. But what I was doing is going beyond health, right? I'm going for performance, right? I'm challenging myself, and that's not needed to be healthy, right? I don't need to put myself in a caloric deficit. I don't need to lose this weight right now. I don't need to train as hard as I was training. I don't need to do any of that stuff to be healthy. The stuff that I needed to do healthy was just make sure I was sleeping enough, trying to mitigate the stress that I was under, eating a lot of healthy whole foods, not a bunch of crap food, make sure I was exercising, moving my body, that type of stuff, getting outside, getting some sunshine, all that fun stuff. That is what's needed for health. And I was going beyond that. Um, and so I just want to relay the message, because I've said this before, and I probably, looking back at it, if I was coaching myself, would have done this. But it's okay to push the pause button, right? It's okay to say, okay, life's a lot right now. I need to take a break from this goal that I have, or this performance wise, or diet wise, or whatever, and prioritize just other stuff in my life in order to take care of myself, basically. And I feel like at some point, if I'm honest with myself, I probably wasn't doing the best job of that the past few months, where I was trying to do it all, and probably not taking the best care of myself. And I should have been prioritizing myself a little bit more, my own health, rather than my performance. And it's something I'm going to consider moving forward. But it is something it's a real thing, right? It is these things that we're trying to do to improve our health can often put additional stress on our bodies, that when combined with life stress is just a lot, right? And it's okay to push the pause button, because there is no race to the end to be healthy, right? You have plenty of time. Even if you're 50 years old, you have plenty of time, hopefully, God willing, that before the end is near. So you can press pause for a couple months while things are a little crazy. You let off the gas, give yourself a little bit of a reprieve, let things calm down, and then go back at it. And that's okay. And then you should do that. You should accept the fact that it's okay to do that, and it's fine to do that, and it's the right thing to do. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to give up. And there were probably a few times where I was close to that. So that's my message today. Be okay with pressing the pause button. Be okay with taking a break, letting life calm down a little bit, do what you have to do, and then get back at it. And it doesn't mean just go back to forget about all those health habits that we talked about. You still got to prioritize your feed. Eat whole foods, prioritize your sleep, manage your stress, all that fun stuff, exercise. But you have to do it at an appropriate level for the amount of stress you're under at the current moment. And then you can ramp up cutting the calories, or adding more volume for performance, or whatever it might be your ultimate goal is, when life calms down a little bit, and get back at it. Because like I said, like, you have plenty of time. When it comes to health, like, you got plenty of time. So take your time, hit the pause button. We're looking for sustainability for the long term, not for the short term. And giving yourself a little bit of reprieve some time is what you need to accomplish those long-term goals. So that, I gotta get going. I gotta get into this competition, hopefully crush it. I'll talk to you all soon, let you know how it goes. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you are looking for coaching, I know I just bashed myself for coaching myself. Oftentimes us as coaches are not as good at coaching ourselves, which is why I have my own coach. If you're interested in coaching, I do have a couple of one-on-one spots open. Reach out. You can go to rjbhealth.coach, click on the schedule discovery call button on the homepage, and fill out the form if you're interested. We can chat a little bit about that. As always, the content I put out is free, and I put it out weekly, and I send it to all my people on my email list. If you want to jump on the email list, go to rjbhealth.coach, click on the newsletter tab at the top, and sign up for the newsletter, and you'll get it all delivered to your inbox. Hope you had a great weekend, and talk to you all soon.